Today's story is unlike anything you've heard before. We're not talking about an unexpected illness or a sudden accident. This time, we're diving into a choice. One made in absolute desperation. That led the protagonist to the very edge of eternity. But there's something even more mysterious. Unlike the typical near-death experience, she never saw the infamous tunnel. Instead, she was immediately thrust into something far more shocking, the life review. Of course, there are some familiar elements: telepathic communication, an encounter with God, and other incredible moments. But what sets this testimony apart is what happens next. For the first time ever, someone who stepped beyond the veil came face to face with one of history's most infamous figures, Judas Iscariot. What did she see? What was revealed to her in this otherworldly meeting? Make yourself comfortable, grab a snack, and stay with us because this is truly an eye-opening experience. But before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on future testimonies. Your support means the world. Hit like and comment, Amen, if you feel moved. And if you can, share this video. It could change someone's life. Thank you, my dear friends. Now, let's begin. Hello, everyone. My name is Ang Fenimore, and in 1991, I had an experience that completely changed my life. A near-death experience. My childhood was a struggle. I was just 9 years old when my mother left, leaving me with a father who completely lost his way. I hold no resentment today, but back then, the pain was unbearable. By the time I was 27, the weight of emotional struggles crushed me. I felt responsible for everything. No matter where I turned, I found no help. I had a husband, 2 little children, one just 2 years old, the other 5, but I truly believed they'd be better off without me. And so, I made a decision. A final one. I laid down, convinced this was the end. But then, something unexplainable happened. I felt myself separating from my body. A deep, vibrating force took over. There was a loud, deafening sound, like a jet plane roaring just outside. I was living on a military base in Japan, and for a moment, I thought an F-15 had crashed right into my backyard. But it wasn't outside, it was inside me. I opened my eyes. Nothing in the room had changed. But inside, something massive was happening. The noise and vibrations returned, overwhelming me. Then, I realized, I was truly leaving my body. I remembered my stepmother's near-death experience years before, and suddenly, I knew. This was real. I wanted to see it happen, but every time I opened my eyes, I snapped right back into my body. It was frustrating, but I understood I had to surrender to it. So, I closed my eyes and let go. That's when the true journey began. Instead of a tunnel or a bright light, I was instantly thrown into the life review. But this wasn't just reliving memories. I was experiencing every moment, Not just from my own perspective, but from the eyes of those around me. The first thing I saw was shocking. I found myself surrounded by a glowing golden membrane with streaks of red running through it. Then, I was compressed, almost crushed, but filled with an indescribable euphoria. I looked up, and there she was. A woman. She looked exactly like me. In an instant, I realized I was inside my mother's body when she was carrying me. I was experiencing her emotions, her thoughts. I had grown up believing she never wanted me, that she didn't love me. But in that moment, I knew the truth: she loved me deeply. She wanted me. I had been wrong my entire life. Then, the memories flooded in. Every single moment of my life played before me. Some memories were sharper, richer, almost three-dimensional. I felt everything. And I finally understood my mother had been just 18 when she had me. How could I have ever expected her to be fully ready to raise two little girls? After reliving my entire life, I suddenly found myself in a vast, infinite darkness. Not an emptiness, but something deep, limitless. And I wasn't alone. I sensed a presence. I knew it was male. I knew him. Then, a voice, unlike any human voice, spoke. This is the life you have lived. No judgment, no emotion. Just a simple statement. I turned, expecting to see my deceased loved ones. But instead, I saw a row of young people standing beside me. One girl caught my eye. 16 years old, blonde, hollow. There was nothing left inside her. Just emptiness. That's when I realized everyone here had made the same choice I had. We had all tried to end our own lives. Then, I was suddenly pulled away. A light appeared, a bright, powerful presence beyond the barrier of darkness. I knew it was God. The moment was overwhelming. He spoke, but not in words. The message was clear: is this really what you want? In that moment, I saw my children's future. If I left them, my youngest wouldn't make it past 8. My oldest would grow into a broken man. Their lives would be filled with pain and emptiness. I saw it all, and my heart shattered. Then, another being appeared. He was radiant, filled with light. The moment he spoke, I recognized the voice. It was Christ. And he said something that shook me to my core: you don't understand. I did this for you. Instantly, I was inside his body. I saw through his eyes. I was in Gethsemane. I felt his agony. And I knew he had taken on every pain, every suffering, for each of us. He had already carried my burdens. When I returned to my body, everything had changed. The world looked different. I saw energy radiating from everything, from plants, from furniture, even from inanimate objects. Everything existed in harmony, infused with divine light. That perception stayed with me for 3 days. And to this day, fragments of it still return. But one thing is certain, I was never the same again. Life is precious. Every moment matters. We are never truly alone. And the greatest lesson I learned to embrace it all, the light and the darkness. Because in the grand design of existence, both are necessary.